Welcome back to the channel, friends. It is good to be here, and I hope you're doing well. So today, we're playing some more of this fun colony sim survival game called Settlers Domain. And I did a run not too long ago where we covered spring and summer, two very bountiful seasons, of course. Well, now we're on to autumn and winter is particularly perilous because you cannot grow crops, and therefore it's going to be a challenge to keep your colony fed. And if your settlers do not stay fed, then they, of course, die and we lose. So let's explore together what autumn and winter have in store for us here in Settlers Domain. Smash the like button if you're liking the content. Become a subscriber if you're new here. And I thank you so much for spending some time here today. Now let's go. Alright, so let's load up the game and throw it on pause here quick. Let's get back up to speed together because I kind of forget where we left off. But what I do remember is, summer closed out and we finally solved our food problem. And that was, of course, driven by these two fertile soil patches right here. Gave us a whole lot of food and gave us the flexibility to boom and add a lot more settlers. Now, as far as settlers go, we do have the following roster: Annie Burton, Jordan Guzman, Sierra Elliott, Yvonne Silver, Haley King, and Fernando Blake. Haley and Yvonne and Sierra. I mean, look at that, 120 max energy. They are work warriors for sure. They're going to do a lot of great things for us. Fernando Blake's also pretty darn good. Settlement daily consumption is 63 units of food. So we need to just keep on growing the food. And if we look a little bit more forward, right, we do have other buildings available, like, an advanced building like the windmill, right? Very resource intensive, including 200 wood, but converts wheat into bread. Bread is much more nutritious, of course. We also have the jammery. We have another furnace we could get. I think the cauldrons are important to keep getting these because the key to winter, from what I understand, is mushrooms. So we do have another fertile soil patch up here in the northeast, and this is where mushrooms are going to grow. This is a mushroom cellar. It's going to, I would believe, with the assistance of Yvonne here, grow mushrooms, and that's going to hopefully carry us through winter. Now, I think it's important to probably find some more fertile soil to get some more of these mushroom cellars planted. And it also looks like we do have the... where is it? The purple mushroom cellar as well for medicine. So another option in winter as well, because the plants aren't going to grow based on what I understand. So I think what we have to do is we have to keep exploring and obviously keep the fields tended to. We do have 6 total settlers. This house can house 4 of them, and then we have 4 tents, so we could add 2 more once we get enough influence. Looks like we're a little far off on that yet, but we'll definitely keep adding settlers to the colony as we go. And one thing I really like about this game is the way your settlers just autonomously do tasks that need to be done. You don't have to micromanage them. You can if you like, but you don't have to. So I've got them all set up to focus on the fields first and foremost. We have Fernando Blake as a floater, and then Yvonne is going to be planting some mushrooms up here. So let's see what happens. Let's go. All right, so they commence. In fact, we can definitely turn the speed up a little bit. All right, so they're harvesting the fields, getting a nice harvest. And it remains to be seen how long autumn actually is, right? We're going to definitely have to be prepped for winter, and let's see what's going on here. I want to try to understand. So is she like planting mushrooms then? Or what are we doing up here, Yvonne? Okay, so it took her half a day. Took her half a day to plant 1 mushroom, it does appear. Although for some reason it's telling me that's flax. I'm curious about this. Either that or maybe it just simply spawns automatically. I don't know, but we are exploring, which is good. And here's some more fertile soil. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. So let me pause this here real quick. We need some fiber. We got it. So let me make sure I get a explorer hut. In fact, we can... let's get an explorer hut like right here. Absolutely. 219 influence, so up to 413 now. We got plenty of food. Excellent. Mushroom stew. That's what's carrying us through. Absolutely. And it will likely carry us through winter if we do this right. But really curious to see. Okay, so it simply just spawns mushrooms. Okay, got it. So that's how it works. It'll take up your entire field, but look at all these mushrooms we're getting. Absolutely impressive. All right, let's keep exploring here so we can get another mushroom cellar down. It looks like there's good minables up here as well. I mean, maybe... do we go ahead and... do I start saving up for a windmill? I mean, it kind of seems like we should get one, right? We're getting a bunch of wheat in our farm fields, so it kind of feels like the right move. I think what I should get is a mining hut. Let's get that right here. Absolutely. In fact, can we kind of do something like this with it? Get both of these nodes of iron ore. Looks like right here is probably the best we're going to do. So let's get that thing built up as well. And then let's see. So for resources, resource info, we have 551 influence. Can we recruit Anthony Gibson with 90 energy, Alice Abbott, 1 food efficiency, so she's going to be a gourmand, or a glutton, if you will. 5 immunity, 9 loyalty, though. Super, super loyal to the cause. I guess Anthony's pretty loyal as well with 90 energy. Let's go ahead and bring Anthony Gibson aboard. Welcome to the team, Mr. Gibson. Let's go. How about this? Another fertile soil field. Absolutely tremendous. So I think what we want to do is get a mushroom seller here. Absolutely. And let's assign Fernando Blake to that. Excellent. Let's keep exploring. Definitely got to make sure we keep exploring. Alright, doing a little mining. It's a good idea there, Anthony Gibson. Way to make an impact as soon as you come to the community. That's what we like to see. We don't like to see settlers come aboard, basically eat and then sleep their first day away. We don't like that. Nice, he's getting the iron ore. Excellent. And we're exploring more. Getting even more stone. Influence plus 25. Alright, so now we can throw down... I think we should probably get a purple mushroom seller here as well, because that's going to allow us to get medicine during the winter. Just want to get prepped for winter, you know what I mean? Alright, 35 wood. Maybe we should make more of a focus on wood as well. I do think. Can also add 1 more settler in. It looks like you get influence pretty fast once you start getting, you know, kind of a thriving community. It's actually pretty enjoyable to watch our settlers just do what they do. I mean, look at them go. We're just getting all these mushrooms, and then those can in turn make mushroom stew. So we have the gatherer hut right there. Maybe we throw another gatherer hut in this zone as well. Wait, what do we have? Structure info. Okay, so this usually means that there's a structure that is obsolete. So mining hut, let's click on it. Okay, so there's nothing to mine right here. So I think we can probably go ahead and destroy it, recoup back some of the wood used to build it. 47 wood now. I'm kind of compelled by saving up for the windmill. Like, I just kind of want one. Pretty expensive. It basically take all of our stone, and we're far off on the wood. Maybe that's a stretch goal. But how about this? We got a fleet of settlers chopping down trees. Got some berries. Maybe I do make a jammery. So what does that cost? 10 stone, 30 wood, 5 iron bars. The answer is yes. Let's throw a little jammery operation right next to the house. Absolutely. And we'll see who fancies that. Alright, so definitely got some jam in production there, and that will, from what I understand, increase your food output. Okay, very nice. So let's pause it and take a look at our recruits. So Teresa Reed, 640. Only 80 energy, but look at this. 10, 10, and 10. Probably the ideal colonist if she didn't have such low energy. Hugh O'Donnell, on the other hand, not very loyal is this one. I think we can hold out. Conrad Webb. I mean, he's alright. He's got like middling stats, I suppose. Maybe I should think about getting another house. So a house costs 40 wood and 20 stone. Could get another log cabin, I'm sure. Just 50 wood? No, we need some more wood. Alright, well, we have a logging hut right here. But I've got my settlers assigned to these mushrooms. In the fields, first and foremost. I think it's the right assignment. And obviously adds to the impact of bringing somebody else aboard. I think we'll see what the crop of settlers looks like next turn. After we sleep and rise again. So let's keep exploring. New recipe discovered. Jam. Very nice. We'll take it. Absolutely. So let's keep exploring westward. Seems like there's a bounty of resources up here. Looks like there's a body of water right there. So let's get a few more explorer tents. And they go en masse. Was that the best use of our settlers? Probably not. Looks like we have some more fertile soil right here, though. Absolutely excellent. We have a nice stockpile of food. Got a whole bunch of influence now as well. 779. Maybe we can bring aboard a couple of colonists. So let's go ahead and get another log cabin. And let's throw it right here. Or maybe right here. Let's throw it right here. I think that's a fine spot for it. Overlooking the fields a little bit. I mean, I'll add 2 colonists if we can. I mean, 73 food per day, right? Looks like we're on autumn 5. 6 medicine a day as well. So how are we doing on medicine? 244, so we're still looking good. Okay. Alright, let's check out. Who do we have? Gerald Roberts, 100 energy, 640. A 61010 with 100 energy. Yeah, welcome to the team, Gerald Roberts. And Gerald, I need you to cut down some trees for me, pal. Looks like these are all still kind of budding. We can get another logging hut. The radius on these are so small. But how about this? This is a good spot for it. So let's throw it right here and let's get Gerald on the task. Let's go, buddy. Get some more wood. Another good spot would be right up here as well. We'll kind of see what we can do with our wood. It looks like the mushroom operation is going well. I think we get another explorer hut if we can afford it. We can. No, never mind. We're missing just a bit of wood. Looks like they haven't fully explored this radius yet. Which they probably will. Yeah, here he goes. This is Anthony Gibson, the new guy. Not the newest, but a new guy, indeed. It's just kind of fun to look down from the eyes of God, I suppose, and look down on your little settlers with autonomy. You got to give them the jobs to do, and then they'll simply do it. And I like that this game isn't micromanaging. It's definitely one thing I do appreciate about this title. One of the things that jumped out right away to me. So I think the question becomes, do we need more medicine or more food? Probably food. I mean, it feels like food. Especially with the mushroom stew. So another mushroom cellar, can we make it? Yes, we can. So let's go ahead and do it. And let's get a fresh new settler on it. Can we get another one? Paula Greenwood. Let's see what the draw looks like tomorrow. And then we can throw that settler right on the mushroom cellar. Alright, 442. So what do we have? Emma Emberley. 100 energy, 400 cost. Very loyal. Requires a lot of food, but I think I'm okay with that. So let's do it. Emma, start planting some mushrooms. No, I think what I want to do is start saving up wood, although this is a really good logging location right here. I mean, I can't resist this. It's just too good. Look at all these trees, man. The answer is yes on that, for sure. Like, without question. Explorer tent. Maybe we try to uncover the north a little bit more as well. And look at this. We got a team effort here on the trees. Newfound forest. Let's chop it down. This guy's gonna do a little exploring, it does appear. Fernando Blake. He's got the wanderlust. The adventure. Adventurous spirit. Alright, so nice. We got some cooking going on, some jamming. Found some spruce. Okay. All kinds of resources, man. This game definitely hooks you up with a lot of resources. That's a good thing. So stone, we could certainly use more. There's also a building called the Quarry. Let's see. So what does this take? 40 wood, 10 iron bars. Digs a quarry in the indicated area. Settlers can dig up and harvest limestone. I mean, it seems like a decent thing to get. So why don't we throw one of those real close to home? Like right here. Okay, so our stone's going to, like, just spawn. I've got to really understand these buildings, right? Let's see, who else do we have? Lawrence Larson. Can't afford him, but that's a great settler. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice. Renewable source of stone, and it's all the rage. The settlers love it. New resource discovered, limestone. Just got to make sure we keep our food reserves high. Picking some berries, that's good. We can gem that later. Cutting down some trees. Anthony Gibson, getting it done. More exploration happening in the north. So why wouldn't we cut down these? Guys, what are we doing here? By the way, it seems like a team effort. I really do like the way your settlers just kind of team up to get things done. We have 504 food. Daily consumption is 97 for the food. So that's effectively 5 days of food on hand that we have. 555 influence. Could almost grab Lawrence. Almost. We'll see what the crop looks like next day. 14 units of jam. Mushrooms do 26. Bunch of berries. Bunch of mushrooms. 60 mushrooms, man. Quite nice. Alright, autumn 9 dawns. Kira Amberly. Wonder if that's a sister of the other Amberly that we have, Emma. Let's see. Good food efficiency. I mean, a pretty good colonist, absolutely. Let's bring you aboard. Your settlement has grown, and when you reach 10 settlers, each one will start to require an amount of influence. This scales with population. The settlers' influence needs are not met, their devotion to the settlement will decrease. Settlers with low devotion will slightly have less energy and will likely start a coup. Just an uprising in our little settlement where we're just trying to survive off the land. Well, that's terrifying. Okay, so they will consume 25 influence daily. Got it. It's definitely interesting that the requirements and needs of your colonists change as you get larger. Let's get a gathering hut up here. All kinds of good stuff up here to harvest. Including 4 berry bushes, which are renewable, right? And then I think I want to start saving up. Start saving up wood and other resources. Don't have much metal left, so should probably seek iron ore if possible. I mean, there's one node there. There's one node here. Should probably explore just a little more westward. Just to make sure that this field is used. I'm not sure that it is. Alright, got a bunch of influence that day. It's autumn 10. Really curious to see what happens when the winter comes. And if we can survive, of course. Oh yeah, so that field's being worked. Excellent. Alright, mining huts for some more ore. I mean, this is a solid spot for it if I ever saw one. Amazing spot. Let's throw this right here. We need the iron. Alright, so we have a bunch of wood. Just gotta cut it down. But nice, they're getting the stones and the iron. Which is good. We have Kira Emberly. A newcomer. Cooking. Mushroom stew. A settlement favorite. We have Jordan Guzman. Wistfully thinking maybe about simpler times. But Jordan Guzman, not doing work. I was about to say, man. Let's go now. Let's not get lazy. Alright, so we found a bunch of fields. In fact, we found another one right here. Wow. 325 influence, so 684. Could definitely bring another one aboard. Connor McKinney. I mean, super loyal. Especially since we have to start worrying about revolting. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this would be number 11. Let's bring him aboard. So now we have 52 daily influence needed. Wow. So that means we have to keep providing work, because as your colonists do work, that's how you get the influence. And as you meet certain milestones, from what I understand. So let's go ahead and get a logging hut over here. I mean, look at all these trees, right? Just makes sense. Looks like we uncovered a little bit more iron as well. 7 units of metal, now 8. And 2 remaining ores. A bunch of stone, though. So I wonder if the seasons are, what, 15 days long? 12? Looks like we have a defunct building. Mining hut. Let's destroy it. Not a problem. Let's actually keep exploring west. Uncover this field. Alright, so we're getting like 375 influence per day on average. We're making gem. Mushroom stew is a staple. Got stones. 15 iron ore. 5 iron bar. 35 berries. Looking good. A nice variety of resources. That's what we're putting together here. Got Connor McKinney. New guy. That's chopping down trees. Having fun. Got Gerald Roberts foraging. Good spot to forage there, Gerald. Should probably get another mining hut over here so we can get the stones and the iron. Maybe throw it right here in case the exploration uncovers anything. It just might. Alright, 87 wood. I think I want to save up to that 200 mark, but look at our food. Just skyrocket. It's booming. 633. In fact, should I get another one of these cauldrons so we can keep making that mushroom stew? I think so. I don't know. I'm just kind of building stuff. I want to give our colony something to do. 15 stones. Wait, that's a furnace. Cauldron. 5 iron bars. I mean, it's kind of frivolous, I suppose, but I mean, we have so many mushrooms. Might as well double the production of the mushroom stew. Makes sense to me anyways. Alright, so 760 influence. Looks like we got a harvest of purple mushrooms there. 364 medicine, so we're looking good on medicine. Autumn 13 dawns. Do we look at adding another settler? I think so. Wallace York. What's this guy's issue? Takes a lot of food. A lot of influence. I think we can be a little more selective. Julie Ortiz. 95 energy. Very low cost per day. Yeah, Julie. Welcome to the colony. Alright, nice. We got both of these cauldrons humming. That's what you like to see. Got the furnace rolling. So we do have some ore available. Nobody has mined this out yet. They're kind of focusing on wood, and I'm okay with that. Maybe we can get that windmill. In fact, let's see. What does the windmill take again? 50 stone. We have it. 30 fiber, we have it. 10 iron bars, we have it. 200 wood. I mean, I think the game's sending me a sign. The game's telling me to do it, so let's do it. Where does a nice little windmill go? How about right there? It's a great spot for it. Let's make some bread. And that's effectively all of our wood. Alright, so a bunch of influence. Bunch of wheat, which is great. Gotta wonder when winter's coming. But from my understanding is they'll convert the wheat to bread. And then bread will give you more food units per unit of bread. I think that's the way it works. Got a nice big field here. I mean, do we look at throwing down another gardening shed? 5 iron bars. Nice. We got the bread. We secured it. How about this? We got some more iron. Good placement on that mining hut. $664 influence. Well, let's see. 10 is Sierra. 11, 12. Okay, so we're at capacity. So before I add another settler, gotta get some more housing. Alright, looks like we have another mining hut that has gone defunct. That's okay. Alright, so a bunch of influence. I think we need more wood. Can maybe get another house. Or do we look at a house? 40 wood, 20 stone. I think the answer on that one's yes. 45 units of bread. Very nice. So let's throw a house down over here. That'll give us 6 more capacity. It's autumn 15. Gotta wonder how close we are to winter. We got Daryl Price waiting in the wings. Yeah. Welcome, Daryl. And let's see, can we get a gardening shed? Missing some wood. Alright. We'll get the wood. Might not be the best place to throw it, but it's a very, very big field. So my thought there is maybe have 3 settlers assigned to it, so they work that field every single day, right? Get a bunch of food, a bunch of wheat that we can turn into bread. That's the idea. I think maybe a gathering hut in here is probably worth it. But of course that costs wood. Basically, as the trees grow, we seem to cut them down with good regularity. So let's get a gardening shed. In fact, this patch of land is so large that it looks like we could throw down 2 of them. So let's get a couple of you, make this your top priority each day. And then once winter hits, of course, we can reassign. Well, actually, there won't be a task there for them to do, so we should be okay. Once we get some more wood, I'll probably throw a gathering hut in this area here. Lots of good stuff there as well. Yeah, it's a fun, bustling little colony we have here. And this is, of course, just the demo, so the full version of this game is going to have all kinds of additional structures. What is this tavern? What's this all about? 50 wood, 15 stone, 10 fiber, 5 iron bars. Get +1 loyalty bonus to all housing in the affected area. And a very large area indeed. Maybe that's the next building that we get, because loyalty is certainly a thing. And it actually might reduce your daily influence need. right? Maybe. Poppy Graves. Not very loyal is that one. I think we can do better. Alright, so let's get 50 wood and build a tavern. Probably throw it like right there, maybe. Next to this house. Next to the tent so they can, you know, have a fun night at the tavern and then pass out. Alright, a good day. Autumn 17 dawns. Let's speed this up a little bit. Alright, nice. So work in the fields. How about that? In fact, well, I wanted to get a tavern. Alright, here we go. We've got enough for a tavern. Where's the most, like, sightly location for this tavern? My little colony is going to go to sleep, and they're going to awaken to a tavern. So right here by this tree. Looks good. Now the question is, do they start the morning off at the tavern? It doesn't look like it. This place is empty. That's good to see. At least we have, like, a workforce that is dedicated. Structure has nothing in the area. Okay. It's about the question. Then why build that? Getting even more fiber. Influence plus 20. So I'm not sure if we, like, got a certain amount of fiber. But we certainly need to keep exploring to the west. Seems like there's good stuff over here. So let's see, where was it? Explorer tent. Alright, looking good. 1,314 influence. I think we can certainly add another settler in. Autumn 19 dawns. Crystal Melton. Not very loyal. Freddie Farley. Very loyal. Yeah, welcome aboard, Mr. Farley. I think we'll just try to take, like, the best settler we can find until we fill up our ranks. But let's get this explored. Whole bunch of trees. Like a bunch of trees. Which is great. We'll definitely take it. Nice little pond. Alright, so autumn 20 dawns. Okay, so remains to be seen. How long is autumn? It's longer than 20 days. Does it go a full 30 days? But yeah, way to go, guys. Logging hut. Let's get it. Let's see. Throw it right there. Throw another one right here. Get that wood. Gotta make sure I have time to check the settlers. At 5x speed, it does go pretty fast. The day does. And it's autumn 21, so yeah, we might be looking at autumn 30 as the end of autumn. But yeah, we got a bunch of wood. Like, we're just, like, doing really good on resources. Could use more iron. So here's some. That's a lot of wood. Plus 50 influence. Quite nice. Okay, no worthy settler, really. Let's keep exploring. Let's look for more iron. Alright, let's hit it. And go, my settlers. Getting a bunch of mushrooms. I think ever since we built this second cauldron. The food supply has skyrocketed. And of course the windmill as well. In fact, we could build another windmill if we want. Actually, I'm a little short on metal. So let's see if we can solve that by finding some iron. What do you guys think? It's like another fertile field right there. Alright, so here's a couple of units of iron. Well, let's see if maybe we can get these both with one mining hut. Looks like we might be able to. Just not quite. So let's throw one right there. Let's throw one right there. One right there for some more field stones. Alright, nice. We finally have some more iron. And then, yeah, it's... like, if you ask me, it's all about, like, let's just keep exploring. Yes, destroy that mining hut. And let's keep rolling. Autumn 24. Let's see. Who do we have? Josiah Clark. Look at this guy. The model citizen. 110, 10, 10. A perfect specimen. Welcome. Man, you sure do get a lot of influence. I was thinking that would be a resource you'd kind of battle in this, but... I think once your civilization gets there, it's all good. Let's keep exploring. So I can see this game getting really compelling with a bunch more building options. More resource gathering options, like a bunch of stuff to do. Remains to be seen if you ever have to, like, fight any uprising or anything, right? But I think it's funny that if you don't have enough influence, your settlers rise up against you. Or maybe that's not so funny. Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's like, what are you rebelling against exactly? Like, the way I see it, we're out here in the wildlands, right? The wild frontier. It's like, what are you uprising against exactly? Kayla Carlson, that's all you. Freddie and Josiah. You take this little farm field. Do good things with it. Give you a patch of land. Make it happen. Alright, so... gardening shed. Okay, so here we go. Winter has dawned. So it looks like 28 days. Alright, so let's just slow it down a little bit. So the gardening shed, obviously it's defunct, right? But the mushroom caves still work. The mushroom cellar still works. Well, they can actually stay assigned. Like, it's not gonna matter. The things that will matter are things like medicine, which we have 343 units of. So 48. If winter is 28 days long, we'll probably want to look into another medicine solution. In fact, I could probably take this one out. Let's take it out for another purple mushroom cellar. Let's throw Freddie Farley on that. Make sure he keeps bringing in those purple mushrooms. Got some more fertile soil right here, so let's go ahead and explore this as well. Looks like we have a couple of open explorations. Bunch of trees to cut down. Don't really need the wood too much there, guys. Pierce Delaney. Frank Ferrers. 22 influence per day. Let's bring you aboard, Pierce. Alright, here we go. So let's get another mushroom. Purple mushroom, that is. And Pierce. I guess he's down here cutting up trees. A worthy task for the cause. I mean, it seems like we're hanging in there just fine. Food production is still high. We're battling influence. I think we're looking at an ore shortage. We have to keep looking around. Looks like we found a couple of nodes. 3 nodes right here. Well, that's lovely. Let me slow this down just a little bit. Might have found some more fertile soil. We did. Looks like it's going to be hard to work with, though. I think once your settlers get to an area and they're working in the fog of war, I think they probably should explore that territory. Not necessarily rely heavily upon and solely upon more like the exploration tent. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to monitor my medicine. So 56, right? Let's see how much we actually get in a day of the medicine. We found iron again, though. Alright, so a bunch of stones. So I'm going to pay attention. Pay close attention. Do we have any good recruits? Kim Sayers. 10 loyalty. Pretty immune as well. Let's bring you aboard. Now let's pay attention to the medicine. So 59. How much should we get? We got 40 purple mushrooms. Okay. So that means our medicine should tank just a little bit. Yeah, it does. Alright, so we need more purple mushrooms. So that's going to be our top goal. Alright, a bunch more fertile soil up here. Excellent. So let's go ahead and do it. Purple mushrooms. Okay, requires iron bars. Let's get somebody on here. Pierce. Make it happen. We do have a lot of tasks, so it's kind of amazing that anything's getting done, to be honest. Monitor the medicine. Okay, so we're starting to run out of medicine. So we need more of these purple mushrooms, and we need them en masse, which means, of course, we need more metal. So I think I should have somebody smelting metal. Kim Sayers, that is your job. I think we need to get a logging hut up here as well. Alright, we do have enough metal for another one of these purple mushroom huts. And it looks like you can just maybe build them side by side. I was thinking about it wrong. I was thinking maybe they needed a radius of some sort, but it doesn't look like it. Alright, so who's assigned to a task that we simply don't need them assigned to? How about you, Connor? Well, if that's the case, then we can just kind of fill in these zones with more purple mushroom, but we're down to 178 medicine. Alright, so we don't want them to get sick and die in the winter, right? And they certainly will. That is one thing the game makes pretty clear. If they run out of food for a long enough time, right, like each has a stat, their health rating starts going down without medicine. And we got standing around here. Don't be standing around. There's plenty of work to do, I think. The food still seems good. 177, maybe I should consider that before adding more to my colony, though. So red mushroom 20. 38 mushroom stew. 81 bread. So let's pay attention to the food. Let's pay attention to the medicine. So 218, 967, 218. So 790 and 160. Okay, so we like don't have enough mushrooms. Okay. Well, let's get more mushroom sellers then. 5 iron bars. I mean, what's running out first? Seems like we get a decent food supply as the day goes on. The medicine, though. That's where it's scary. So I think I need more of these purple mushroom huts. And let's see. Let's pull you off of this. Get you right here. Boom. I gotta find some ore. How about in the south? Find some iron ore. Let's go. If you would, please. Alright, so 925. So the food seems to be pretty stable. 160, the medicine is stabilizing just a bit. With all of these new purple mushroom sellers. Gotta find some more iron. Got some more fertile fields, that's for sure. Hey, there's some iron right there. Kind of blends in a little bit in the snow. I'm all out of fiber as well. And I'm not aware of a way to get renewable fiber. Okay, it looks like the medicine is about stabilized. It's right at about the 160 mark when we start a new day. But let's build the mining hut. Right here, and hope maybe we get another node of iron or two in there. After we get it explored, of course. Definitely found some stone. Alright, so winter 9. I mean, I think we're pretty well stabilized. Yeah, 162. So we're going up by a couple. Food is becoming a problem. So we have to turn this iron into metal and then get more of these mushrooms. So let's do it, mushroom seller. Alright, 693 is where the food's at. That was actually a pretty bad day for food. Bread. I mean, amazingly, we're still making bread. Do we have that much wheat on hand? 516. Yeah, things get real bad real quick if we run out of food. Looks like we managed to stabilize the medicine, though. So do I have any more iron ore? In the explored terrain? Anything? Yeah, see, I would have done this differently if I realized that you could put these next to one another. Our settlers are running out so far every day, you know? And it simply just takes them a while. Don't have enough fiber. So we're running out of fiber as well. Running out of food. Seemingly running out of things for so many settlers to do as well. So do I start making tough choices? Like Jordan Guzman, you've been here for a while. Doesn't look like you have the option of disbanding them. Interesting. We might be doomed here, folks. I thought we had the food stabilized, but maybe not. Or are people like just not prioritizing The mushroom caves. You know what I mean? Where's nobody cooking? I would find it hard to believe that we don't have mushrooms to cook. You know what I mean? So maybe if I can assign more settlers to cooking. Like, we got all these guys just hanging out, waiting around. So let's assign a few settlers to cooking. Mushroom stew, just 40. So let's see if I can stabilize this here real quick. Kim Sayers. Nobody's assigned to jamming. Let's go, Kim Sayers. Get you on the cauldron. 5 iron bars. Okay, yeah, so we desperately need iron. Burn through our supply. Rather quick with frivolous things like a tavern and a windmill. And just rapid expansion. Not making great use of our fertile soil. Sitting here at winter 14 with 423 units of food remaining. Got these two cooking. And no iron in sight. It's looking bleak. No fiber either, so that's another thing that is scarce to find in winter. No fiber, so you can't expand. I mean, is there any iron around here at all? Or is starvation our destiny? Kind of seems like it's destination starvation. Hey, here we go, right here. My goodness. Alright, we got something. Alright, anything else? Do we see any more iron? Because that would be another mushroom cellar. 50 mushroom stew there, okay? 266. Alright, so we're under 300 now. That's not good. Somebody go and get this iron. Alright, very good. Great job. Mushroom cellar costs fiber as well. Okay, so we got 5 ores from that. Can we smelt it down? Got 1,200 units of wood. Can like a trader come by or something? Gotta get a mushroom cellar down though. One more metal bar. Let's go. Alright, 181. Doing good on medicine. But I definitely learned a lesson in winter here. I thought we had food like just settled. But I suppose I just kept adding settlers. And it seems like maybe we have too much population. It's kind of what it feels like. $337. Alright, so tomorrow's gonna hurt. 160. Can we make it out of winter without starving? That is the question. We can go up to 10 speed here to simulate this further. It doesn't appear like there's much else I can do. It's basically like, can we make enough food or not? We're gonna find out. Got it maxed out for speed. Keep this video right around the hour mark, but I think if we starve toward the end of winter, we'll be okay. Because then spring will come and we'll be able to plant crops again. You know what I mean? Be a bunch of stuff to harvest as well. And forage. Alright, 154. We're still hanging in there. Let's go. This colony is built on resilience. You settlers don't need to eat. Yeah, I mean, look at this, right? Like, there's a bunch of people just... the bunch of energy left. So I think that is the gauge of your colony, right? Like, do you have enough for them to do? And if you do, of course, add another colonist, but why isn't this person Kira Amberly, why aren't you getting us mushrooms? But yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of energy left on the table. Like, Kira Amberly seems to be, like, glitched or something. She did nothing. Maybe there was no mushrooms to harvest. Let's keep an eye on this one right here. Oh, yeah. It's just on a different day than the others. Got it. Looks like we actually might pull through. I thought destination starvation was definitely happening. 90 food remains. We basically have to collect as many mushrooms as we can possibly do. As long as we end the day with more than 177, no starvation will take place. But you gotta imagine our colonists are sick of mushrooms by now, man. $43. All right, get to 177. Get to the magic number. We have, what, 4 more days of winter left? Either that or this game trolls you and makes winter go on for like 50 days. Okay, so a bit of starvation is going to be setting in here. 126. Ugh, 0 food. Alright, so hungry. Everybody's hungry. Okay, you got like 3 more days to go, guys. Come on, hang in there. Gerald, don't get too hungry on me, man. Let's go. Like, what are you doing? You're not even working up a hunger. Not even doing any work. Medicine's still good? Yeah, medicine's still great. Hey, here we go. We made it. So yeah, plant the seeds like you're starving, which you are. Emma Enderly is ravenously hungry. But this is going to enable us, of course, to begin foraging again. Right, so forage right there for the berries. Let's see, forage right here for the berries. And also flax for gathering huts, medicine hut. Gathering hut for the berries. And then, yeah, you want to just get your settlers on these again. So obviously it's like spring and summer and autumn. Those are your seasons to really grow and boom your little civilization. And then once winter rolls around, you better have enough food. You saw it right here. You saw what happens. You saw how tight it can get. But there we go. We finally got the food requirement. It should solve the hunger. And I think it's going to be a fitting spot to call this an episode. Hunger solved. How about that? So excellent. A fun little simulation through autumn and winter. I think, you know, winter definitely got perilous. We definitely almost starved. I definitely almost sacked our civilization, but, you know, we pulled out of it to help of mushrooms. Learned a couple of things about the fertile soil and mushrooms in general, right? We can put a bunch of mushroom cellars just adjacent to one another. You don't have to dedicate one to one farm field. That was something that I did not understand. And then, of course, mushrooms are the key in winter. Make sure you have enough of them, but make sure you have enough fiber as well. And, you know, go abroad, find iron ore. It seems to be the key. It's a pretty precious resource that there doesn't appear to be a way to help spawn. So this has been Settler's Domain. I wanted to do another episode of both the autumn and winter. I wanted to see how, you know, the winter particularly is in this game. And yeah, it definitely gets a little sketchy if you're not prepared. We were almost not prepared here, but, you know, still, our colony carried through, our resilient colony. And here we are. We got a new food-driven future. And it's a thing of beauty. You love to see it. So thanks so much, my friends, for spending some time on the channel today. Smash the like button and let me know in the comment section below your thoughts about Settler's Domain. The dev did say that they're going to reach out to me once the full game releases, so let me know if you want to see some more. When the full game does release, from what I understand, there's going to be all kinds of additional buildings and things to find and interact with. So it should be fun. Definitely learned a lot in just my short time with the game here today. So once again, thanks so much. I do appreciate it. And I'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.